Okay, you guys, our next video, continuity versus ohms. They act extremely similar. I think you guys will enjoy the video. We used continuity on bulbs in the old days, incandescent bulbs. They had a filament inside, current would go through because it was a vacuum. The element would not burn out, for a while anyway. Depending upon how good the element is, how good the vacuum is, stuff like that. You got to be careful with bulbs. You can still have a weak element and still get a continuity reading. Okay, so be careful with that. Test it in a known socket that works with a different bulb, and you're good to go whether you know the element is weak or not. Okay. Use it on refrigerators that were shorted out. On the hot and neutral lead, we figured it was shorted out because it kept blowing the breaker instantly the second we plugged it in, no matter which extension cord outlet we plugged it in, so we knew something was shorted out in the unit and we had to replace the refrigerator. Used it on thermostat wiring, heat pump, about 15 feet away, 6-wire setup, alligator clips, long wire. I found one that was no good, and luckily the HVAC guys always install one additional wire, a different color, and we switched it over on both ends, and I was good to go, got everything working lovely. Can use it on windings on motors. I'm questioning one thing: can you use it on metal? Can you not use it on metal, aluminum, steel, high carbon steel, whatever, but can you use it to determine if one piece of metal is better than the other? Interesting, huh? Never thought of that, but I'd like to try that. Either way, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Right? Bye. I want to make a little video, continuity versus ohms. They can be used the same, but you're going to get different readings, and I want you to see what that looks like, okay? Okay, that says low, and that's on continuity. I have to hit the select button, put the light on, see a little better. I have to hit the select button to get from continuity to ohms. I should hear a audible indication, and I believe that's the resistance reading on the meter itself. Okay, let's see if we can get to. Now we're getting a reading which is a little lower than the other one. I can't see it. Is it 7? It was a little bit lower. I'm moving it. Okay, so you see ohms. Okay, let's go back to continuity. Okay, here's a little small wire here. No big deal. Get that in the picture. This one's a little hard because I have to try to get it on one lead to stay there. I don't have alligator clips with me. Actually, I do. I should have took them out. It's moving, so that's why I'm getting a funny reading. So I'm not going to get a proper ohm reading on this one unless I put tension on it. Let's try that. Come on. That was pretty close. Try something else. Might help. Okay, so let's try the ohms. Come on. So it's a little higher on the ohms on this one. I guess we're not going from the meter. We're going straight. No, it's a little lower. A little lower. It took a little time. But you don't get that audible clip, that audible indication on the ohms reading. Okay? Which is resistance. Okay. Now we're going to try something else. Okay, let's try the back to the continuity. This time we're trying to spool a wire right next to us. See what we get on here. Try not to get my fingers on here to mess up the reading. Come on. Can see that one's higher. That one, this tool is actually giving me a ohms and a continuity at the same time, which is, I didn't realize that just now, this meter. I'm going to try for the ohms is still very low despite this being, come on, stop moving. I'm moving it around, sorry. Okay, I guess I'll have to look at the video and see what it says there on those three. I got one more after this one here. But it can be used on filaments, it can be used on windings for motors. I used it on the refrigerator once where the guy said the refrigerator wasn't working and it seemed like the neutral and the hot were connected, and I wasn't sure that was the case, so we kind of condemned the the refrigerator as shorted out, and I used continuity to do that. Okay, we're getting a much higher resistance here, and I'm kind of shocked that it's showing both. That's so cool. Didn't know that with the meter. A lot of them don't do that I know about. Give it decline. Okay. You guys can make sense of that. We got one more to go, so I'm gonna pause the video till I move my equipment around. Okay. Outlet. A lot of times you can test ground to neutral on continuity. Over here, the grounds and the neutral are fused together in the exterior service panel for the unit. We have a 100 amp panel, and then we have 3 individual panels, which are actually, we have a 300 amp service outside, and we have 3 panels inside, which is 100 amps for each unit. Okay, and we're going to test the ground here and the neutral, and we got a reading. That's on the outlet. Let's try that again. Okay, that's the reading that we got first, so that's correct. Because it is continuity, but on the bottom you can see the ohm signal on there, so that's very clever. This is one of the few that I know that does that. Okay, now we're going to go to test the number here. Okay, get in there. Okay, I should get a reading now. Wow, I got low resistance. Okay. I don't want to blow up my meter, so I don't want to try it on the hot. We got almost no resistance there. I guess it's just testing the outlet here, which it shouldn't. The grounds should be separate. Actually, the ground is separate unless you touch this middle part here. There will be, ground will be connected here, but this screw has paint on it, so I shouldn't get a reading on there at all. I got a reading. Let's try the continuity again. Those little tabs on the outlet and the center part are connected together, and the ground wire is connected to that somewhere on top.